Blog Talk Radio. Hi, everyone. Welcome to The Wellness Coach on Blog Talk Radio. I'm your host, Edie Summers. The Wellness Coach is your oasis to slow down, tune in, and reboot. Find us on the web at portlandwellnesscoach.com and follow us for exclusive interviews with experts, leaders, and celebrities in the fields of health, fitness, wellness, the fine arts, sustainability, the inspirational communities, and much more. I have a very special guest today, musician Mark Pinkus. Mark, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I forgot to ask you. Mark is in the studio with me. I'm going to bring him on in just a few minutes here, and we're actually going to be talking about his new album, Feeling Right at Home. Mark Pinkus is a neoclassical musician and much more, and I'm just going to introduce him really briefly here, and we actually are going to be playing a couple of his clips today, including one that will be within the broadcast, and then I'm going to play one at the end. So we're live on the air here for 30 minutes, and go ahead and tune in and re-listen to the podcast as a recording so you can hear Mark's one of his other mixes that we're going to be playing, the Passion Mix. I'll be playing that to take us out at the end here. So, and like I said, I'll be bringing Mark into the studio in just a few moments here, and I just want to introduce him first. In 2015, Mark performed for the first time at Carnegie Hall in New York City. I was actually there. I heard him. I was very impressed. And he was invited by the team from the Enlightened Piano Radio to perform at the EPR Solo Piano Awards. Mr. Clyde Gilmore, broadcaster and host of CBC's Gilmore's Albums, wrote about Mark's music, beautiful little stories without words. I think that's a definite, accurate description. And Mark was born, actually, this is really interesting, he was born on the anniversary of Beethoven's death. Really interesting. And at the age of 7, Mark began composing music on his yellow acoustic piano. His first composition came to him while he was looking out his living room window, watching a black cat balancing on the window ledge as a rainstorm approached. And Mark's music reflects his love for nature, love and relationships, moods, travel, and his quest for peace and tranquility. And I know that some of what we're going to be talking about today is his new album, Feeling Right at Home, which he describes as a neo-classical original solo piano pieces for you to dream and deeply relax to, which I really love. And some of you might know this. I'm a huge fan of neoclassical music. I play it all the time while I'm working and also to relax, and I've loved it my entire life growing up. So it's a real honor for me to have Mark here today, and I'll bring him in just a few moments here. Mark's compositions are like sound paintings, creating picturesque images that take the listener's imagination on a journey. So I'm just going to give you just a little bit more of a background on him, and then I'll just have him tell you the rest. He actually has, so just to give you a really brief overview, and I'm sure he can fill in the gaps here, Mark's solo piano music plays internationally on numerous New Age radio stations, online internet programs, and syndicated New Age satellite programs such as Pandora, XM Sirius, Music Choice, DMX, and on CBC Galaxy, hosted by Renee Gelpi. And he's also on another solo piano broadcast called Whisperings on live365.com, hosted by David Navu. Some of you might know him. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. That's an extremely popular show. And so he actually has a lot of albums out, including Starting to Believe, released in 1990, Quiet Place. That's his second recording, 1995, which is now called Simplicity. And he's sold over 250,000 CDs and cassettes worldwide. The CD Simplicity sold 40,000 copies in the first 3 months of its release in 2006. He also has another album out called Free Spirit, which hit number 30 on the USA Radio Top 50 chart for instrumental music. There's also much more, and also in 2006, he wrote a song called My Love to You, which was co-produced by Luke Gilbert, composer and pianist, and producer arranger of 2 Cirque du Soleil productions. And there's just much more. Mark's music has been used for television and film broadcast in Asia, Europe, and North and South America. And there's much more, but I'm just going to bring Mark into the studio, and let's just hear from him directly about his new album, Feeling Right at Home. We're going to play some of this music here for you, so that's a real treat. And of course, we have Mark himself, which is the biggest treat of all. So on that note, hi Mark, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Edie. I'm just sitting here in my dining room, bathing in the Montreal sunshine.
Oh, nice.
How are you doing?
What is it? So it's I'm doing well, thank you. And so it is sunny
Beautiful.
up there. Is it cold though, or?
I haven't been out today. Yeah, it's very cold, but I'm really enjoying the cold
sunny
weather. It's great for the lungs.
Yes, and it's a nice juxtaposition to have the sunshine and the cold all at the same
very
time.
Very much so. We're very lucky here in Canada. We have the 4 and 5 seasons, even with the Indian summer, and it's very inspirational to be sort of transforming one's creative energy on every 3 months when the new season comes in.
Oh, I love that. I love how you describe that. And, so Mark, I have to say, is like I hear your music regularly on Pandora, and also I play music on Comcast On Demand. I hear you on there on like one of their 900 channels. So I hear you all over the place, and just congratulations on your new album that's out, and congratulations on all of your success and all of your music. And do you want to tell us a little?
I'll tell you what I think success is, Eddie. I think it's when you wake up in the morning and you look forward to doing whatever you're going to do, whether it's washing the dishes, call a friend, make some porridge, read a book, take a bath, meditate. That's what success is. Music is a extremely important part of my life since I was a child, and I feel like every day is an opportunity to explore that same joy and with my creative spirit. So I'm very grateful. But success to me is just being able to be in the present moment and accept where you are and do the best you can in that moment.
Wow, I think that's so well said, Mark, and thank you for that beautiful reminder. And I think it's really true, and I think especially in this day and age, we place so much emphasis on performance and kind of out external goals, and I think it has gotten out of hand, and we sort of lost touch with what's really important. That sounds like a cliche, but it's also really true.
No,
so thank you for that beautiful reminder.
Yeah, it's not a cliche at all. It's
not a cliche.
It's all about feeling, developing first and foremost a connection with yourself, and then the deeper you get with the connection with yourself, the more you can share with everybody else. And of course, we need Mother Nature around us to guide us and support us and keep us on track, so to speak.
No, I fully agree. I'm very much into nature, and as a guide, and also as a source of relaxation and stress relief, and so Mark, I know that some of what inspires you is nature. Can you give us an idea of I'm kind of a musician myself. I mean, not at your level, but I do play piano, or I used to.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I'm a huge fan of neoclassical music, and I've so it's a huge honor to have you here. And I know that I was reading in your bio that you, even when you were studying with other instructors initially, you wanted to play your own music. Is that right? Like, were you always improvising, or how does the process work for you in terms of creating music?
Well, the first moment I sat down the piano, like you read earlier, was the sort of the seed and the atom and the nucleus to the way I play music. I can't really explain it. It's something that's been given to me as in my spirit, in my blood, in my soul, and it's the easiest thing for me to do in the world is to sit at the piano and to compose music. I can feel something coming to birth, and I sit at the piano and the music just comes out. I'm not in any thinking place. I'm in this energy of creative spirit, and the music is just composed in that matter. And absolutely anything can inspire me. It can be a water droplet. It can be a candle burning. It can be a smile of a child. It can be a storm. It can be talking to a stranger. It could be lying in the sun on a beach. Life itself inspires me. And one other point I want to make is by not playing music, that also inspires me. I need to not play to be nourished to play.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a great point. And I think there is that sort of that period of time that you need to have the inspiration. I think
that's right, because if you look at any piece of music, or if you listen to any song or instrumental piece that's ever been written, there's notes, there's lyrics, there's voice, and then there's quiet time. Like if you look at a piece of music we call a manuscript, there are rests, quarter note rests, eighth note rests, 16th note rests, whatever, and those are moments of quiet. So it's like, duality. Quiet feeds off of the sound feeds off the quiet. So music is the dance of quiet and silence and sound, and they need each other.
Wow, love that. I've never even thought of that before. That's really profound.
Yeah, well,
that's what I love. Well, go ahead, Mark.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Well, I was just going to say that's what I love about interviewing people is those insights like that. That's my favorite thing. Is I feel like everyone is a genius and everyone has like a unique perspective and unique gifts, and it's just so. I'm sure there's more that you will say too, but that I feel like that's something I've never thought of before.
The way I see it, Edie, is that life itself in every form is a miracle. It's a miracle to be alive. It's a miracle to go through nonstop, constant, transformations, metamorphosis. I was just seeing the other day. I went to a funeral yesterday. One of my closest friends passed away, and I saw on the screen that a butterfly doesn't live months; it lives just a few moments, and that's what how a butterfly lives. So we have to never take for granted that whatever you're experiencing in whatever moment, wherever you are, that this is on some level a miracle, and it's a moment to learn, to grow, to open, to become more aware. And every one of us on this earth, and I would say in the universe itself, has this potential. It's simply a question of tuning into it, getting in touch with it, and we all are the same in that way, from each person to the next.
Wow, also beautifully said, and I would say that's another beautiful insight there. And I'm so sorry. My condolences for your friend that passed away.
Well, she's all right. She's an incredible lady. She's from Italy, from near Rome, and I used to live in Italy. I went to school in Italy on a scholarship from McGill University in Montreal, and Italian is a language that I love. And this is a lady that was so generous and kind and so loving to me and everybody. And she lived down the street, and she would sit on her porch most of the day and the evening and just live and look at life and watch people and we had a chance to be together all these months and just talk in Italian, and it's just an incredible soul. And she taught me that you got to live with love. You've got to share the love that you have with others, and that was her message. And there's no more beautiful message than that.
Wow, no, I totally agree, and I think it's definitely a journey to live that and practice that. But so what a beautiful example. And then I didn't realize that butterflies only lived for
they don't live very long. And I think the message of my friend Nancy from Italy, her name was Annunziata, but is that when someone passes away into the next life, there's messages that she's left, and the heart and the love that she shares stays in you, and you also need to continue to share that and pass the message that people have left with you to others, and that's very important.
Wow. Also very insightful. I never thought of that. That's that's really good to know, and it really kind of changes the perspective of what we're doing here. Well,
there's a very beautiful message in all of this, is that you never know at what moment something will fade away or pass away into another dimension. And so while we're alive, these moments that we share with people, conversations, at school, at work, during traveling, these are all kind of like ephemeral moments, and these are our teachers. Everybody that we meet in every moment that we live, whether by ourselves or with other people, these are our teachers, and it's up to us as human beings to learn and expand and become more and more loving through these experiences that we have with ourselves and with others.
Wow. So beautifully said, Mark. And well, thank you. And on that note, I wanted to ask you, so tell us more about your latest album, Feeling Right at Home.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't always feel at home where I am. In other words, I don't feel that sometimes where I am or with certain people that I'm with, including myself, of course, because I spend a lot of time on my own. I'm what you call a social recluse. I love to be with people, but I love to be alone, and I need that quiet time, like I was explaining in music. To sort of being with people is the music, being alone is the quiet and the space and the rest. But Feeling Right at Home came from an inspiration when I was in Toronto visiting a friend who was a yoga teacher named Kirsten, and who was my yoga teacher a number of years ago. And when I visit her in her home, as soon as I walk in the door, it's like I feel immediately at home, like I don't want to be anywhere else. And she has a piano there, and a beautiful upright acoustic piano. And I've written a lot of music. In fact, the tune Feeling Right at Home and the other tune on the album called Cloud Meditation, I wrote while she was in the kitchen cooking, and just came to me, spontaneously while I was improvising. But the essence of the album is, and the message of the album is, wherever you are, if you can feel a sense of feeling at home where you are, then you don't need to be anywhere else, and you don't need anything else. And that's what I am. That's sort of the quest that I'm on. The path that I'm on is to just not want anything else, and to simply be where I am and accepting where I am, and not be searching to be somewhere else. That's what it's all about.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a profound lesson and profound realization, and you can kind of carry your home with you, and
that's right, carrying your home with you, because you can
carry your home with you.
You could be living in, that'd be a nice title for an album, carrying your home with you. You can be living in a castle, you can be in front of the ocean on a holiday, but if you don't feel a sense of in your heart, a sense of being at home where you are, it's going to be difficult to kind of really be happy, be in that moment. And it doesn't really matter what feelings you're going through. All feelings are fine. But if you and you can be, and if you're at home with your feelings, then you're at the place that you need to be at in that moment.
Wow, I love it. And Mark, I'm gonna play the mix, Feeling at Home, and
thank you.
I may not play all of it, but
fine.
Let's play it, and we'll stay in the moment. I want to play all of it, so we have time. So let me just play it and see how we feel, and then afterwards, if you can share with people where they can find your album, and then we'll chat a little bit more, and then I want to play to take us out another one of your mixes, Passion Mix, so that will take us out. Remember, everyone, you're listening live at the moment, and to listen to the Passion Mix, which will play after this, and Mark and I chat just a little bit more, please listen to the replay of the podcast. So on that note, I'm going to play some of the title track from Feeling Right at Home with Mark Pinkus. This is his title track, Feeling Right at Home. And you were listening to the title track from Feeling Right at Home. That was Feeling Right at Home by musician and neoclassic artist Mark Pinkus. And Mark, that was just beautiful, and I love all the nuances and the different variations.
Well, you know what, Adie, I actually enjoyed it myself as well. I don't listen to my music once the album is out. I mean, I'm on to the next album, but you know, I love to share my music with your listeners, and that's what brings me the most amount of joy. But once in a while, when I hear my own music, I go, hey, it sounds pretty good. It made me feel right at home.
It is. Yeah, it is very nice to relax to, and just simply beautiful. And like I said, we're going to play one more to take us out. But Mark, how can people find your album? Should they go straight to CD Baby?
Very simple place. CD Baby. www.cdbaby.com. That's the distributor in Portland, Oregon, and just type my name and all my albums will show up. And my name is Mark. Pinkus is spelled P as in Peter, Inkus. I always say if I do an American tour, it'll be called Pink US.
Perfect. That's well, that would fit right here in Portland for a strange reason, but just because of our the voodoo donuts.
You can call that, yeah.
Serendipity. I love it. Well, thank you so much. And so I just want to, we have a few more minutes here. We're live for about another 4 minutes, and then we'll probably stay on just a little bit longer. So Mark, I'm going to be playing the Passion mix, like I said, to take us out. And is there, with any of these, the Cloud mix, are there any of the other mixes or, tracks on here that you would like to address or talk about, or do you have
I always like it when a person chooses on their own behalf what they would like to share with their own listening audience. And if you want to go with passion, I think that everyone in the world has some passion for something or someone, and this is without going into the details. Let us share the passion that everybody lives through this music.
Oh, nice. Okay, well that's beautiful, Mark. Then maybe on that note, I'll just play it, and I just want to thank you. We'll just play it then to take us out. I want to thank you so much for being here and having you in the studio. It's just a real pleasure, and I want to thank everyone for listening. And definitely check out Mark's album. It's really great, and it definitely is. I really do love music that you can relax to, and also that you can be creative with, and sort of that can help you with that transformative.
Yeah, and I want to thank you, Edie, for giving me the opportunity to come on your show. It's been a total joy, and I want to say to all your listeners in the United States and around the world that take your time to journey on in life, and even in this world that is so fast and quick and everything that goes on, slow down just a little bit and take the time to look up at the sky and look up at the stars at night and see the trees and look into people's eyes when they're talking to you, and just give more of a presence to your life and to other people, and if you can, help out once in a while someone else. And I think that that'll bring a sense of feeling right at home on a deeper level for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Mark. I love how you say that. Thank you. That's such a gift. And also
Thanks,
everyone,
Edie.
you can also go. Yeah, thank you so much. And also everyone, go check out Mark's website, markpinkus.com. And also, like you said, you can head straight over to CD Baby and just look up Mark Pinkus on there. And I'm going to play, so to take us out, I'm going to play Passion Mix. It's a beautiful album, and it was very hard to choose. I can only upload a couple here into Blog Talk Radio with my account, so it wasn't a matter of one over the other. It was just, they're all wonderful. So I definitely recommend checking out Mark's album. And to take us out, I'm going to play Passion Mix. Thank you so much, Mark, for being here, and thank you, everyone, for listening. And
thank you, and a big hello to all of you from Montreal.
Lovely, and enjoy the rest of your evening there, Mark, and everyone. Thank you so much for listening, and enjoy your evening or day or morning wherever you are in the world. And here's some more beautiful music to continue on your journey with you wherever you are. Thank you so much for listening. And if you want to listen to, I'm going to play this. This is around a little over 4 minutes. So if you're listening live on the air, listen back to the replay if you want to hear the entire mix of Passion Mix that's coming up next from the album Feeling Right at Home. Take care, everyone.